As vocalists, we got to be prepared to teach the scared ones, beat them snare drums and monotonous bass lines. Don't waste time, focus and shine where light's been shed. The blind just flock to it. That's why the industry polluted the waters, distorted the sound to keep us short of the mark. It's time to explore the dark for the lost rhythms. Some kinds on the mission for something they can't imprison with money. Peace to true MCs, stay hunting for the true lyricists. Ease back, peace, relax. It's time to open up the captions, so I'm stating my biz, releasing a fraction of new style for 2000 and beyond. Word is born, word is life, word Christ, the zeitgeist, spirit of my culture, sight beyond the ultraviolet violence. Hear the movement, see the silence. Peace.
I'm getting used to it, having to go harder. Fuck with me, cause I'ma go farther. Pardon me, I'm on my way, I'm carving out my lane. Tomorrow is now today. I came from behind, never faded by the pain. It made me wanna try, even harder every time. I promise, I'm going farther than the stars up in the sky. Just being honest, the dark horse wants to talk for. We the ones that beat the odds more. See you on the court, looking forward to it. This is the final score. Underdog, underrated, underexposed. Understanding the answers under my nose. Underground like a diamond under the dirt. Undermine all of the reasons why they mining the earth. Under pressure, try refining me and it hurts. I am forever, I'm shining for what it's worth. Underseated, pain preceded my birth. Welcome to the world, get ready to put in work.
When bullshit clouds the memory, I ask for melody, unclog my creativity, is clearing my way. When emptiness blocks my thoughts, I trample it thoroughly, continue on my journey, cause music's making my day.
I pave the way for those who appreciate excellence. Lay down my testament and then invest in strategically playing in certain ways a pathway with a light of knowledge at the end in various directions. Feel me for a second just to mention whatever imagine at the end of the path will sure be manifest.
There's so many answers to the question of which is the right direction. Depending on the person, it's rooted right in your life's lessons. Let's examine imagination in the art of path making. Selection of coordinates, routes, and chances taken from freeways to the rockiest roads. Improvising as we move along. Individual choices are exposed. These voices unfold. Men on a mission, digging for more than gold. Never lost as long as the compass is our souls. We pros.
Oh yeah. It's about that time. Hey, where am I at? What's up, y'all? This is a very important mix. And I made this about 3 years ago. It was very therapeutic for me with my mother pretty much dying of cancer. And being back in California. California, right? Should have brought my San Francisco shirt on, but it's quite astonishing. Even to today, you still have what do we have? No King's Day over the weekend, whatever the fuck. And do people not understand? Like, no one has the rights to rule over other people, whether it be patriarchal, matriarchal, or whatever the fuck. Do you understand that archy is in those words? Archon, patriarchy, matriarchy. And if people really understood the origins of archons, they'd really correct their grammar and use certain words a lot better and more wisely. So we have a lot of bullshit fucking boys masquerading as men in this world. and it's sickening, to be quite honest. Seeing my brethren, operating below the motherfucking belt, not understanding their own true self, not disciplined in mastering themselves, not understanding how to, tap into their emotional intelligence via, the yin yang, if you will, the feminine side, the right hemisphere of the brain, that kind of shit, integrating the divine union within yourself, having that alchemical wedding, matrimony, if you will. And if you're void of that, you wonder why you have fucked up relationships. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm at the hilt of hearing stories, horrific stories of women that I personally know of that have been through way too much shit than they ever fucking deserved. And I'm talking about growing up dealing with alcoholic fucking fathers and all this stuff. And so if you understand how patterns work, the generational traumas and these vicious self-perpetuating cycles that go on and fucking on until you decide to flip the fucking script and break these fucking generational trauma cycles and stop projecting these, unhealed wounds from even your past life, your parents and grandparents' lives, and even before that, and all these things that are encoded in your DNA. You need to override these things and get into your epigenetic higher self and anchoring the higher force here within yourself. We as men here, we're supposed to be the keepers of the sacred eternal flame, not using it to burn up other people, ourselves, and the fucking planet. God damn it. So with that said, gonna get into this mix. What up, yo? Roderick, what's cracking, man? Good to see you. This mix kind of takes you back to remember where we all came from, whether you're man or woman or whatever the fuck you want to fucking identify yourselves as, this and that. Just saw a video shared by my good friend Mario West from, someone, Generation X that grew up kind of like androgynous. There was not this fucking non-binary talking, whatever the fuck. All that shit the fuck aside, regardless. Do you not remember the woman that birthed you into this world? Do you not have sisters, grandmothers, and all that stuff? How do you like to see them be treated the way you fucking treat the people that, you've abused in your fucking lives and all this shit? I'm not talking to anyone personally. I'm speaking in general to the motherfucking malignant, masculine, monkey minutia, It's fucking way past fucking time that men really wise up, heal, and rise up from the fucking phoenix ashes. After burning their fucking bullshit false cities and falsehoods and false personas and identities away, Keeping at it, I'm sure, brother. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping so these folks can start rapping. This is going from the womb to the fucking tomb type of mix. This is the sacred journey of masculine men in this world. And even a little soul journey into that womb gate type of thing. Word up to Killer Priest, who really initiates this track. Really cool. Lost my train of thought, but that's so good. I still gotta get this video locked and loaded. But yeah, I just revamped this mix just to really any mix that I've done in the past where I don't really show the artists in or have timestamps for these things. I'm really trying to make amends of that. Double meaning, I guess, but all right. Mon ami, mon ami, mon ami. What the fuck? It was just here. All right, hold on 1 second. But yeah, just to get some things out of the way with this mix, you know, it's like it's not easy for any, you know, male, female in these relationship dynamics. Holy shit. Is it a relationship or is it a relationship where you guys are sailing and breathing the same breath into the sails with that breath of life, you know? Is that poetic? Mais Python de merde, j'ai mis ça où? C'est pas possible. I'm really sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. Really? That's weird. All right, we're just gonna go with it. I hope there's no feedback lag on this. I thought I compressed this video. It's like nearly 5 gigs, but it should be fine. All right, where we go? Mon ami, mon ami. All right. Sorry for the delay, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Joe, the show. This is 1 hour and a half. So take it as you will. Take it to heart. You know, take it for a grain of sand or salt, whatever, right? Just ask yourself this. Are you worth your own fucking salt? You know?
You are the lost sheep. You are the people about whom the Bible is speaking, who are gathered in the last days when the trumpet is sounded.
I see chariots in the skies, men on earth look surprised as they flew across the sky. And I see the light deep in the night, up there in Mars among the stars, in that distant land. With this light, we took our time, the chosen people. Ooh, my, no reason why we here. Ooh, my, whoa, the reasons why we here.
Form being grown without physical form, void and vast. My space voyage begins between the asteroid. 4 landed upon the planet, looked abandoned, lost and stranded. I became a force that demanded light. Thoughts took flight, one course of the night, search for any source of light. Light was the loaded ledge coming from the edge of the universe. Went past the moon to the earth, then from the womb to the nurse. With a slight remembrance how I came from a distance to an instinct existence with 5 senses. The quest for man repentance. While others cried, I exercised my third eye by hearing the lullaby. Then I magnified inside, became intelligent and wise. Transformed from the celestial, shot through a sexual, terrestrial testicles, vessel, small as a decimal where I nestle. 9 months later, special delivery, the killer P-R-I-E-S-T. From the fetus to the cleavage, from atoms to atoms, from atoms to atoms, from atoms to atoms.
I see chariots in the skies, men on earth look surprised as they flow across the sky. And I see the light deep within the night, up there in Mars among the stars, in that distant land.
So I began between the meteorite. Now I walk like Christ, except I'm not the sacrifice, but a righteous parasite, searching for paradise, which is the birthright of a celestial Nazarite with appetites to bite from the tree of life. Smite Edomites, Sodomites, Moabites, in the land of Canaanites, following 6 flaming lights, burning over 1 million degrees Fahrenheit. Bright as neon beyond the satellites. Flight take me over cattle, stocks, blocks of ice. I begin to flock across Mecca with a vivid projector, seeking my scepter. Looking at Rebecca, 2 sons, popping through Jerusalem like a hoopla. Principalities enables me to see the other galaxies, release no calories, back 8 author bodies and allergies. I'm the author and the writer of a biography with God prophecies that challenge Egyptology, philosophies, the Greek mythologies, going through the glossaries of Socrates, with Pharisees and Sadducees, going through genealogy with degrees. I contact the Hasmonean dynasty, approximately 168 BC, transformed from a womb killer bee into the families of the Maccabees. I can see every species in 3D, hear them clear CDs. During my pilgrimage, I walked through the wilderness. I had the privilege to see the pyramids, which gave me the will to live, to roam through the villages and heal the kids. Walk across the bridge, strong as Farrakhan, as a voice echo like Sarah Vaughan across the great Amazon, stretching out my hand like yawn till it reached Babylon. Behold a psychic phenomenon, quiet storm, a wonder out of horizon, from the top of holy Mount Zion, holding the staff that turned into a python, killer priest, a living icon, sitting in the form of a pentagon in the center of the octagon, walking from Tyre to Sidon to Lebanon to the walls of Hong Kong, reciting the 23rd song, long gone before the crack of dawn, dodging and weaving through the garden of Eden without eating, speeding, throbbing, lobbing, revolving all the regions.
As they flow across the sky,
those that were uncivilized was chastised, while the civilized were baptized. 12 tribes begin to rise like bees from the hive, causing seeds with their wives, starting apartheid. The scribes carry the archives, follow the star guide as we glide through the windows of the far side, cross the dark sky, over the ocean tide. The unidentified flying object hovers the project scenery. Gothic sky can pass with darkness as the thugs transform into prophets. The body becomes cosmic as the floor becomes carpet. They rise from out the toxic and the wasteland and the garbage, with faces of various shades of chocolate, dropping the narcotics and the pork sausage, no longer held hostage.
across the sky, and I see the light deep within the night, up there in Mars, among the stars, in that distant land. Swift as light, we took a flight, the chosen people.
Way back into time.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Pictures, boundary in a frame. A child is born to a name. Parents hold a high claim. Fallopian tubes are out unexplained. I only have these thoughts in my brain of 9 months of a twisted pain. So many in the sperm count, I'm just a grain. Capture, human life is my change. Bones cuff, my muscles to my flesh. Inane activity, lifetime reps of catching breath. Why fight death? It's inevitable. Force my movement, I arrive at the medical. The most high inseparable. Verbals uncomprehensible. Infants undefensible. Instrument, position unsensible. Circumcised, now gripping my testicles. Choice, I'm not in a receptacle. 38 double D's, incredible. Calcium edible. Brain mode on vegetable. Medical staff, unethical. Incubate my mind state racist. Remembering faces and places. Human life, these opening phases. My parents, they're both outrageous. Personality contagious. Theatrics, but there are no stages. Dictation engages. Fury enrages. Birth certification. My life recorded on pages.
When I was young, I had big dreams of packing guns, not from the slums. Let me take you back where I'm from, a straight country. Crackers and the like amongst men. Santa Rosa, California, nothing but trees and crickets. Elementary school, used to sneak out late to kick it. Straight suburbs, not no place you want to visit. I used to play ball, never missed a shot in the court. I'm just playing, I never was no good at no sports. The streets in me, that's why in junior high I was high. Rolling dice, by this time I was realizing why these crackers hate me. And a whole slew of the homies by high school, we cut class to the park to drink 40s. It's systematic. The way they miseducated us, separated us from other white folk because they hated us. Scared to admit they couldn't tame our warrior spirit. They tried to feed us white man lies, we didn't hear it, so we created our own truths out in the streets. Around this time our liquid cuts started making them beats. We stayed deep to the madness, infiltrated us. Now summer's locked up, they should have educated us. Now they strip, search, shoot us, scapegoat, they blaming us for what the streets, police, and system made of us. Now I'm older, and the streets is colder than ever. Pops died, my best friend committed suicide, but we together. My brothers, my sisters, my moms, homeless for a minute, hitting bomb to keep me calm from the pressure. Resort to drastic measures for the cheddar. Started pushing trees to support business endeavors. It's the music. Stevie and Gil Scott got me through it. Had to stop wasting our time. We had talent and we knew it, so we got focused. No one ever said we were the dopest, but I wrote this for all the youth who thinking life is hopeless. The roaches, the rats, the violence, the gaps, the evil. Don't ever let it silence the facts. The truth is, we never should have made it, but we did it. Let them doubt you, they can't take your soul, you're born with it. The truth is, we never should have made it, but we did it. Let them doubt you, they can't take your soul, you're born with it. So I moved out to town around 97. Grandma couldn't do it on her own no more, so she stressed and moved to Grams, and Frisco became my home. 18, fresh on the scene, but I'm all alone. Try to go to city college, but it ain't shit. I don't blame it on the school or the establishment. Truth is, school was never the one for me. I never wanted to be a slave for no company, but reality doesn't really give you that choice. You go to school and get a job and go to church to rejoice. Now fuck that, I'm never living that lifestyle. I'd rather be broke with an attitude and rich with a smile. I started organizing and found that I'm not organized. Nightly news, listening to the reporters' lies. I started questioning, what am I really here to do? And now I educate the young ones how to stay true to their traditions, their culture and identity. Every day changing constantly new strategies, and now we mobilize a whole movement vocally in order to build globally, start locally, and now I'm here.
Then shalt thou come to know the three names of the law of good. The first is justice, the second righteousness, the third love. Men loving self deny these lofty names, and have no knowledge of the law of good. Wandering in the dark, they fall into treacherous places, and fear and doubt and sorrow and suffering dwell with them. Practice the inward righteousness, and thou shalt see the ineffable glory of the three names. Thou shalt comprehend the law of good, and bliss and peace shall fill thee. To know the law, to obey the law, to practice the law.
Reacquaint you with the eternal laws of the universe.
I'd be lying if I didn't claim the district. I live where you heard about, where you only pay to visit. Niggas got murdered outside of the crib, and the system we trapped in got niggas who came home. Going back in, it was boom, bap, boom, bap in the back of the classroom. Cutting up in school, the niggas moved. Packs for a few, stacks and it was fuck school. Niggas showed up at noon. Boys Village, Oak Hill wasn't prison. The Job Corps was the alternative for the vicious. Jobs more niggas ain't want, cause we was flipping. And mama had 3 jobs and still got evicted. After that it was move, pack, evicted.
did a couple times. Lost my prom pics, even my first rhymes. I wrote them in chicken scratch love letters from my exes. I still miss, lost everything in life and had to start all over. Had to cope with the pain, now I can't stay sober. Want the old me back, can't remember yesterday. Gotta pray for the mob, stay away from the bottles. And them bathroom pick chicks thinking they models. And these fake friends will be the first to say I got you. The hood spokesman, nigga, ghetto apostle. I'll either wait for my shadow, but my heart I'ma follow. Gone. Finding my way, 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 so baby, finding my way, finding my way. Sense of direction lost, God, my soul need map quest. We off the road we supposed to be on, supposed to be beyond this wall. We get your Mussolini on, the battle of the soul, between the right and the wrong. What you want? A false sense of direction, with your eyes on the journey. Keep stepping, I keep my shoes tied and my eyes wide. At the yeast, I'm trying to rise like bread rise. Track me, who gon' run and bet your legs tied? You niggas never in the hood like a spare tire. Can't speak for the cold hearted, we hear fire and see bullshit from a miler. Way it's getting hard more, put the fire to the J. Said we wasn't lost, they was lying in our fucking face. America gave us a dream, what the fuck do we chase? Nigga, it ain't in degree, money don't come with it safe. Life is a force, a decision is a path. Watch for snakes in the grass, who wanna see a lag. Behind I speak to the one who controls time. Still blind with 40-40 vision up in my eyes. My grind got me this far, still don't know where I'm going. And I may not be here when this shit soaks in. My time's not here, I'ma wait for the moment. Till then, we move forward on faith, not knowing. Going. Finding my way, 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 finding my way.
The righteous man is master of his moods. Likes and dislikes he has abandoned as childish things. Prejudice and partiality he has put away. Desiring nothing, he does not suffer. Not craving enjoyment, sorrow does not overtake him. Perfect in self-control, great peace abides with him.
There goes the blower, my stroll more slower. Too many clean girls on the promenade. African head charge and mango flavors. Hook up my DV to my old time pages. More toys, more gadgets and oxygen. A brand new box to put my socks in. Cause nothing come close to fresh underwear. An empty house and handmade chairs. Springing the step cause you just paid your poll tax. Your little brother stopped smoking the crack. And the E said, she said, it's a finger to past. Mad lessons next door when I pinch your ass. And it's an era I will dig up my diesel. Axe to the easel, catch the measle. My steez is unbelievable. She's so kinky, bloodstones on the pinky ring. Dink the doing, twitching my loin. Fluid in my kidney, don't you dare kick me. My big beat, the big bad body, I hope. Hopelessly hopeful. Can I cope with the cope for the flowers? More style, more powers. More style, more power. You go back now. Show your wife feel ashamed when you cry. But life don't get much easier. The people the pain seems sleazier. Sleazier. You don't like me, lightning strike me, but we still live to tell the tale and bail and good God. We hanging on close to life, cause dead people really don't drink much beer. It's 12 pound around and the ale is brown. Make you wanna fight, but we don't go there. Wife, we don't wanna clean, but for my shirt, so we keep the peace and we clean the teeth. Fish your fingers of peace, learn to love cold breeze. Do something with yourself, don't waste your mind. Payments in kind, plus the quiet wine. Lieutenant, I don't wanna do no bad. Drunk too much, so please call me a cab. Bob from the bow, please lift the bank. Kick a hole in the can, take a thing to Japan. You go back now. Show your wife feel ashamed when you cry. But life don't get much easier. The people the pain seems sleazier.
sleazy eye. You a good man now. So you might feel ashamed when you cry, but life don't get much easier. The people the pain seems sleazier. Sleazier. Yeah, you. I said you smoke weed. You want some weed?
Cowards bear no scars and every winner's got them. Make no habit of collecting them, but painting ain't an option. Price of progress, it ain't cheap, yeah. I'm paying what it's costing off the robbing me asleep, man. Arrest winning the coffin, what's the hustle with no struggle in it? Does that more like a job and J.O.B. just over broke to me? That spell another problem. People robbing, people serving on the block, they problem solving. Quick to fixing their addictions. I don't judge what you involved in. Wishing make you penniless, no winning without taking risks. The best pair of helping hands you find connected to your wrists. Prison and poverty make you feel closer to God was the dip. My God approach to solving these problems. Change once I get it. What's the odds? Defy the laws. Gotta bend it like Beckham. It's black and white as soccer balls. You either spin or collecting. Tramps a thin line that splits affliction and tragedy. I'm walking with a dash. They got some nerve to be asking me, am I a good man? Men from enemies get more than fools receive from friends. Keep friends nearby, hold my enemies even closer in. Keep fools as far as I can see them clear. For if and when they team up with a chum or rival, there's no harm, I lost the skin. Off my back, follow me close like tailgating. Now which one are we, foe or amigo? I'm still debating. Camaraderie or adversary, skin don't make you kin. Ice peeled lips shield, time reveals the hell in men. And when the time is right, the truth is brought to light. Karma favors no one side in life, and I'm just here to ride, no hype. A good man, yeah, I do alright unless I'm talking music, then I'm goddamn good, man. Golden mic. A star emitting, harbor winning, foe is charred descending. Parched and pinning, scarred, no mending, from this artist spitting. Forward thinking, march ascending through the dark, no kidding. With skill I muster up a spark to touch these works, not ending. Crazy shit I do for money, then no sooner spend it. At times a fool for love, I laugh, but ain't no humor in it. Monkeys on my back won't budge, need a new beginning. Ain't no reset button, baby, gotta bear it grinning. They saying act like you know, ain't that just like pretending? Now I ain't good at make believe, not one to fake the feeling. Feel like a bullet in the chamber of a Ruger spinning. We all alone in this together, life's a dead ending. The brain got two sides, use it like a set of hounds. Nose in the air, other got an ear to the ground. Two eyes, one mouth, more seen than spoke about. Speak less and show them how it's done best and roll on out. The good, the foolish, the weak, and the cool are less for something. Greed and neither of the same weed, it grows fast. The thrill of the hunt, get it in till you want for nothing. A God I trust, but all you others must pay me in cash.
Not magic, tragedy in the wind. Me and him, seraphim, while I'm out on the limb. Begin to the innermost, I both hoping to blend. Merge of thought and love, because I'm dying in sin. We do anything, calm it down, numb the tingling. I rap about future things, future is, future does. Goodbye innocence. It is a smell, brimstone, ash on the brownstone, showing imminence. I do this till the ghosts come. I line it with the star chamber and see the same star that the wise men saw. Bearing gifts to it. I am Rip Rubin, rocking with LL Cool. We gonna move it. I am the last redeemer, a stranger without a visa, living in a strange land. Damn, take me back to Giza, so I can hold the earth still when I research the reason of the purpose of the hurt. With a day to word, damn. This is the last will and testament. No matter what happens to me, my words are still relevant. Soul still evident, works take precedence. My presence on this earth is worth the view from heaven. Speak it, fall gently till the pain hits me. A rush of blood to the head instead the rain just missed me. Walk tall with a big stick. The words I spit are forgiveness. I rip until you throw fits. I spill blood till I walk crip. I make lame niggas backflip with smooth criminal tactics. Amateur until you practice. Your wordplay is last Thursday, I'm current to the happenings. Damn man, fuck this, I lust for some justice. I feel the ether on my skin and it sucks. Bitch, why you wanna do like that and walk badly? Said the elderly man to the useless sadly. Same day, mad face, same shit I hate fate. Changing circumstance so I can dance on the moon base. Read smalls and touch love and starships and hardships. I ride it to the times guard, look down from up above. Tumble towers about with my feathers all the darker silk. 2 wings I fling, no man can ever injure this. Fly away to joy, one day I'll be a beast again. Nevermore said the raven, goodbye to innocence. Tumble towers about with my feathers all the darker silk. 2 wings I fling, no man can ever injure this. Fly away to joy, one day I'll be a beast again. Nevermore said the raven, goodbye to innocence. Since he ate the bitter fruit, out the garden buy a suit. Till the brown into your sweater, make another till he's dead. Years later, here is me, another hurting human being. Wonder why the serpent took the time just to ruin dreams. Had it good, will we ever make it back to better weather? Nevermore said the raven, nothing else, I'll see you later. Nevermore said the raven.
This is hard for me to write, it's difficult to express this. It's heavy on my shoulders and the weight gets tremendous. The story of brothers and a beautiful friendship and how relations get strained with pressure and tension. Who's wrong, correct? It's all so subjective. You look back, it's hard because the mind gets adventurous. Dates get mixed up, facts disconnected. The only thing you remember is the feeling that you're left with. It started as a blessing. Off as luck or one of life's coincidences, but at some point you think, God damn, what are the chances of people with similar interests and influences coming together at that moment to form a kinship? It's like you knew that you was brothers before your conception. Even if you're not a spiritual person, I admit shit, at that time I wasn't, but at some point it sets in. It'd be foolish to dismiss this as coincidence. Nah, this shit is different. Somewhere this is written, we part of a mission. This shit is predestined. Closer than close, like flesh is to tendon. Share my 50-cent bag of chips with my brethren. Half a gas station sandwich, no question. Talking shit to me, well then you talking shit to him. Family is sacred, it must be protected. Family is sacred and it must be protected.
Unrighteous is he whose acts are born of self. Righteous is he whose acts are born of truth. The unrighteous man is swayed by his feelings. Likes and dislikes are his masters.
Over time, I don't know what happened, something got affected. People grow in different ways at different rates, I guess it's ridiculous. Little shit suddenly is big shit. Lapses in communication, glitches in the system. He said that, she said what, nobody said shit. But you'll never know cause everyone's passive aggressive. No sit downs, no powwows, hella unsaid shit. People cease to make the effort to get to the essence. Peep this shit out though, this shit is really twisted. Funny thing is you and I do it every minute. We take an inventory every time somebody says shit against us. Stockpiling every little incident. What's stupid is all the bullshit that's circulating could be fixed in an instant with simple conversation. But you know how pride is. A bitch with a fist clenched. That mixed with the fact drama gets addictive. Wounds need dressing and they don't receive attention. Snowballs and festers and creates resentment. People demonize each other, grave discontentment. But nobody could have been prepared for the next step.
Unrighteous is he whose acts are born of self. Prejudices and partialities blind him. Desire and suffering, craving and sorrowing. Self-control he knows not, and great is his unrest.
The nature of the predator is calculated, pensive. Laking in the brush, patiently revving their engines. Despite the color of their eyes, all they see is crimson. Waiting for their prey to become desperate, defenseless. Outsiders always hover just beyond the fences. Today their gate is open though, today they make an entrance. Friendly at first, laughs, jokes like we best friends. Slowly though we start to see they gon' hidden agendas. Lights a fire under insecure self-perceptions. Shines a spotlight on all those paranoid crevices. Things begin to heat up, everyone's already stretched thin. How could you be so? Well, how could you be so deceptive? Any second now someone will snap like a breadstick, and what once was simply dissolves like a breath mint. Just like that, you start to ask yourself questions. Is this really worth all the emotional investment? Do the benefits and perks outweigh depression? Let me step back at this relationship assessment. Let me step back at this relationship assessment. Let me step back at this relationship assessment.
dedicate yourselves internally through the voluntary action of your own will and connection to the higher. And take the quest.
The light should shine through your eyes. The light should be spoken through your words. The light should be felt in your deeds. That is the true purpose of our being on this earth. To uncover the light and let it shine brighter and brighter.
I wish that we could clip puppet strings, among other things, and walk hand in hand, smiling and suffering. I know a thing or two about the sins love redeems, and what it means to play kings and queens in each other's dreams. A pyrite crown, a killer whale clavicle, a phoenix wishbone, and show casings from the Alamo. All powerful, all talk, hiding from the prying eyes that the walls got. Watching why the ball drops, I'm scared of life. Erudite parasites, spray pesticides and pave paradise. Joni Mitchell never lies, string pullers never tell the truth. They enterprise and fabricate a worldview to sell the youth. But when you smile, I forget about the mess we made. And life acquires depth through the trials of yesterday. I met you at a show, hiding out behind a lens, basking in your afterglow, smashing time and time again. The silent hymns of lambs laying in the lion's den are channeled from a higher plane and planted in the minds of men. You and I could bend the bars back on iron gates, clip puppet strings and crawl together through the fireplace. I need to trace the contours of a demon's face. I need the space to say my piece before I leave this place. I need to make the same pound cake Anita bakes and reawake from the grave to raise kundalini snakes. The fear of feeling shame's crippling. You push me in the right direction. We suffer countless life lessons. Love above everything's the essence, the revelation, the crown jewel of every earth angel's education. I'm wide awake now, I see it so clear. The sound of wedding bells is like music to my ears. The marriage of heaven and hell, the sacred veil of tears. The conviction that a wish could shatter this house of mirrors.
He departeth not from compassion, and where righteousness abides, there dwelleth he. Hidden is he in love. Come unto love, and thou shalt find him.
Yeah. It's PCP again. Ike Honest. We're back with another one. It's just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. It's just my thoughts. I ain't got much, but I show what I possess. I'm strong-minded, yes, I get a little obsessed. And sometimes that makes you a little upset. You want a little concern, I give a little neglect. The truth is, all we both want in the middle's respect. Fact is, we've been at it for years. No kids, slow tears, so I know it's bigger than sex. Complex, I can feel it out, but I ain't figured it yet. No one's perfect or worth treating like they worthless. Put in work, understand why the work is worth it. Find the will to want more, set a strategy and work it. Cause bad things resurface, don't let it be a deterrent. Life can end before you know it, like a box of detergent. I wanna do this thing perfect, poetry, rose petals, no poverty, pedicures, blush cards, owning property. Damn, life makes me nervous. Think what the church did, what we hit Mother Earth with, the lack of good teachers cause of the money they earning. Don't you think that it's time for a change? Rearrange things and stop playing the blame game. This ain't my fault or your fault. They sell ideas and wear them on our backs like store-bought. I'm so distraught as I see through the smoke. Subtle signs settle me, but most just try to provoke. It's no joke, man. Yeah, it's no joke. It's no joke.
In humility I found peace. In the practice of righteousness, truth was revealed.
Mr. Portugal, Mrs. Portugal, yes. Good news. You're both expecting a brand new baby. How about that?
I mean, I'm happy, but I'm real scared. A serious responsibility that we'll share. The doctor's saying that she's already a month deep. No more beer and sashimi, blue cheese, enjoy sleep. Try to get a good amount every night, but when she's asleep, I'm awake thinking that the bank account's like too tight to start a whole darn family. It's time to dig deep and find the real man. We gotta make it now. Do my girl is pregnant now. I gotta buckle down, buckle up and hit the town. I gotta get it right, I really wanna make her proud. I'm gonna be a dad. Driving home from Kaiser, looking out the window, feeling the clock ticking. She's listening to the radio, laughing. Every song's baby this, baby that. She's starting to glow, she's starting to show baby fat. She wants to tell her mom I still think it's too soon. I gotta move my records now, it's gonna be the baby room. What color, what crib? What brother, you about to be a dad? Damn double, I'm so happy you glad. Now we gathering our parents and our brother at the Benihana. Guess what? Cheers and beers, her mother and my mother, man, you couldn't stop the tears. The happiness made me happy, but I had so many fears deep down. I wanna be the best dad, but that means sacrificing everything I ever had. And I'm just getting to where I think I need to be in life for me. But now it's us three, so now it's babies on us, and we filling out the registry. She's buying Antelope, she's looking for a Bobby, we getting breath. She getting swelling in the feet, we yelling at each other. We can't agree on a car seat, it's getting hot. The registry of page 1 of 3, we've been here since 3, and it's still in idle 3, and I don't understand what none of this means. What it does, and honestly I'm feeling overwhelmed, and not becoming me in the bed. We having a baby, we having a baby. Damn, we're having a baby, we're having a baby. We're having a baby, we're having a baby, we're having a baby. Yes, we're having a baby, we're having a baby, we're having a baby. We're having a baby, 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 we're having a baby. Check it out, hey yo, we're having a baby, I'm having a baby, she's having a baby, we're having a baby, we're having a baby.
Hey baby Rio, my firstborn, you're finally here. I wanna make a song for you. Daddy's gonna make a song for you. Rio Moore, double Gemini, born on a Saturday morning, swimming right out the womb. The midwives, mommy and I in the living room, plus the grandmas. Water delivery handoff, now you're on her chest and my manhood ran off. How's the heart, count the parts, she's a perfect 10, alright then we walk to the bedroom. Umbilical attached still, mom's a soldier, how natural does that feel? We let it post when it slowed down, I cut the cord, you're your own now. And I swore I had shit figured out before. Baby, the old me went right out the door. I just wanna be the father folks rarely do, stand up and be there for you.
Baby girl, sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres mía, yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río. Sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres mía, yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río.
You are the reason that I come home faster. You are the source for my energy lasting. You are the bounce in my confident step. You are an angel on my shoulder I will always accept. So I'm changing diapers, arranging a life for a new kind of cipher. I look just like ya. You got mommy's lips though and dimples. Can it be that it was all so simple before? And that it still is. Glad we waited till 30, now I can really feel it. Might have missed the whole point of this. A tighter gift I've been anointed with. They never tell you the joys, only baby gripes and sleepless nights. Oh boy, it's our parade, don't rain. Now there's smiles for miles and I'm so changed.
Sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres mía, yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río. Sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres mía, yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río.
Well, you deserve the best, we bought you a bugaboo. That's material, ain't worth what a hug will do. We'll hit the zoo, when you're 2, I'll sing to you. When you're blue, baby, ooh, baby, we're new. The Trinity, divinity, you're the centipede. Mom's the butterfly and I'm the dragon. Get in the wagon, let's see the world, my sweetest girl, imagine what I'm thinking when I'm trying to read your mind. From above in the bed and you're closing your eyes, yawning and stretching. It's the dawning of a new age, you're our greatest blessing, river of love. I give you my blood, you're my heart out of body, teaching us to be godly. And you can have whatever you wish, just focus your thoughts and listen to this.
My baby girl, sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres
eres mía. Yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río. Sos el río que desemboca en mi corazón. Eres mía. Yo soy el mar y tú eres mi río.
See, when you came into this world, there was a thickness in the air, unexplainable to any other feeling that I felt before. You know, I sat there in the water with mommy, and I felt between her legs, and when I touched your head, I was a new man instantly. Immediate understanding of that which I did not understand before. And I got a lot to show you, baby. We're gonna have a good time. You know, mommy changed her whole diet. Daddy changed his whole diet. We raising you in a natural way. It's so emotional, baby. We're gonna take care of you real well. You don't gotta worry about a thing. And since you've been here, things have been alright. It's all positive, all positive. Thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you.
Brigadier and disco down. Africans gather round to see the Mystik king dressed like a clown. Why he dance so? To show he still get power as he lays his life down.
So, throughout the whole story, never do the children get to see their father grow up. Because the father always dies, and the child gets to see the father die, but the father is not around to give wisdom to the son. And that's just basically how everything's been going for so long that we don't know any different. It's like children, you know, were brought over here from African slave ships because...
Yo, this is the story of the setting sun, getting set to pass wisdom on to his son. Yo, this is the story of the setting sun, getting set to pass wisdom on to his son. Yo, this is the story of the setting sun. My only son saw me die, he was screaming, Paul, why? I took a look at the look in his eye. He was shook, but the soldier refused to cry. He was 13 and green, seen the whole scene. Too young to understand, too old to intervene. So I'm lying there, dying, trying to share, telling him he has to act like he just don't care. Yeah, retaliate when hate is in the air, and demonstrate the might of this holy warfare. See, we in a world where nobody really cares, and the caveat they carry is that everything is fair. He couldn't hear, but I think it was clear, cause he watched me with a look of no doubt and no fear. When the years pass, assemble the masses, take off your mask and put on your glasses, so you can see the hand of brutality that wants to feed you but struck me. See, I had to die cause they really couldn't with me, but they don't know that this is much more than me. You after and my father before me fought like a mighty more to ensure liberty. It's your culture, so be very, very clear that yours is the voice that nobody wants to hear. Some will forget or be too petrified to vivify and live a full life till they die. So don't be quiet, watch your diet, study everything around you and then apply it. If you have an idea, try it. If you don't want to be bought, don't buy it, cause it's a lie. See, we the greatest power in the world, curled up like a fetus with a defeatist attitude. Agree to this, treat us, and it will beat us until it eat us, or until it no longer need us. Yeah, this is the story of the setting sun, getting set to pass wisdom on to his son. Yo, this is the story of the setting sun, getting set to pass wisdom on to his son. Yo, this is the story of the setting sun, getting set to pass wisdom on to his son. Yo,
so this is a follow-up to like Sun Up from Sundown. The same story is the same, it's just told from a different perspective. And like that split second between when the father's getting ready to die and the son sees his father die, this is all the communication going on between the dying man and the young child. And they don't even have words between each other, but it's that unspoken hurt, you know what I'm saying? That thing that you hear that doesn't even have to be said. You know what I'm saying? Setting sun in the mouth.
You know, like, there's that aspect of, you know, different people, different things doing whatever they're doing now. That's why they got to keep it you know.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be hip-hop music. It could be hip-hop culture. It could take on another name altogether after they think they kill hip-hop.
Right, it can be something else. It can manifest itself as something never died. Really?
Well, that's the whole point.
You know what, though? I don't think hip-hop will die either. It just metamorphosizes into more other shit.
That's the down part of my phone. Trying to compare hip-hop now.
All the music you've ever heard.
Some people consider
it's self-recreating itself over and over. Like right now, we got to
This is rock bottom, y'all. I never expected it. In order to be business-like, you must meet the prerequisite. Leave your culture at home, smile. Don't be too proud, too wild. You may suffer, just don't cry out loud. This notion of professionalism is like an exorcism, forced to give your life away while you're earning a living. These thoughts had stopped me from rejoining the workforce, but now the situation I'm in just seems to hurt more. Maybe it won't be bad, maybe it'll be good. I could use a little structure in my life, maybe I should take my suit and tie out of the closet, try shining up my shoes and brush the fucking dust off of my wallet. Let's consider the prospects, make a couple phone calls. Now so many interviews, you know I got next week. I'm strictly going from the bottom to the peak. I'm ready, focused and determined to get back on my feet.
Daddy had a name tag that said busy working. Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. John had a new baseball glove with nobody to learn with. That's oil and water trying to mix on the same circuit.
I got a job at a business place I choose not to name. Ask me how did I achieve this so quick? Yes, you may. Back when I was blind, my efforts had compiled a stunning resume. I didn't value it back then, but boy, it helped today. I'm pushing every single thought of rebelling away. I'm working real hard, my pockets are swelling, and hey, can you believe I met the girl of my dreams? I swear she's meant for me. We've been together over 2 years, going on 3. We married on our 4th anniversary. Bought a house and turned a room into a nursery. For the bouncing baby boy that we're expecting in June, I sat in that delivery room from noon to noon. 24 hours of labor, then the nurse asked me his title for the paper. You know, so the government can trace ya. First name John, last name insignificant. I'm smiling like a proud dad, I got the birth certificate. Go to the house, and here's why vanity's a sin. I looked around and nothing's good enough for her or him. So my 8-hour days became 9. 9 slid up to 10, a subtle slip up to 11. And then, after a 12-hour day, I got too little energy to say I love you to my lady or play daddy to Jay. And I thought this was the way to be a husband and a father. I guess I could have looked in her eyes and seen I lost, but it wasn't my fault. I'm working hard, it couldn't be. I've been successfully existing as a member of this family. I was so convinced the household had to always be complete. I didn't realize the only thing that's missing is me.
Daddy had a name tag that said busy working. Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. John had a new baseball glove with nobody to learn with. That's oil and water trying to mix on the same circuit.
There was never any talk of divorce. I can't believe how focused I was in the face of such a huge potential loss. Not a sign of weakness with the boss. In fact, I was mad at my wife as if she's trying to knock me off course. But I still visited the floors to get her flowers. The last time I did this, not since our wedding shower. I got home and I was greeted by the fact we've been deleted. I was someone that my wife and child thought they no longer needed. And before I could say where's John, I looked down and he was clinging to her arm. I realized that done them wrong. I blacked out and by the time I came to, they were gone. But somehow I sat and shook my head and then I carried on. And I still completed 3 weeks of work before my breakdown. The ambulances came and I got medicine to take now. And it's hard to get a job when you've been treated and released. So both my relationship and my career are deceased. It took years to put myself together piece by piece. And thank God I found a woman that's real patient with me. And I'll never let this happen again. It's not to be, I'm ready, focused and determined to get back on my feet.
Daddy had a name tag that said busy working. Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. John had a new baseball glove with nobody to learn with. The oil left the water and the water kept searching.
The way of knowledge is by searching the heart. The highway of wisdom is by the practice of righteousness, and by a sinless life is found the way of peace.
Tell me you ain't serious. Got me walking a dirty trail, heavy hearted, sad and delirious. My head between my legs as I'm sitting in crash position. Sit and wonder the world, what exactly is my mission? As I open my eyes, let the tears run in the wind. Envisioning life, if we had never been friends, if we never ever loved each other. If you weren't my daughter's mother, I'm just trying to say there's another view aside. So with this I get wise, swallow my pride, realizing I should apologize. Sorry for the pain and the hurt, I'll try harder for what it's worth. Sorry for seeing me at my worst, but in reverse. You know baby, I work hard for my daughter, my music while I work 2 jobs. And through this heartache, and with all this love dispersed, the happiest day in my life was my daughter's birth. Your father loves you, baby. He loves you more than you know. Your father loves you, baby. He loves you more than you know.
Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
I love you.
I love you.
End of message.
Stand up, Son of Light, and put on the garment of righteousness.
Move forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep going, push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep on.
Man, it's a trip how time vanishes quick and minds expand and drift. We find our path so quickly. I know it ain't easy on this planet and it gets so piled up full of pressure that some would abandon ship. And I'm not trying to preach or judge you cause I have my issues. I know you were grown, I won't speak to you as a kid, but I could see the self-destructive pattern setting in, and I wish I could intervene, wondering if I could get through. I know your journey's different than the path I went. Perhaps all you respect is street shit, man, and I just cannot relate to being in the gang or in the pen. But I know that what's in the mind will manifest in time, and as a people we are way much more than this. It's time to help each other, they're not planning to give no kind of 40 acres in the mule. We gotta get it. Sometimes I wonder if I could've did more and feel guilt, but nah, we make our own decisions in this life we live. I'll try to give you all the help and guidance I can give, but it's your life you live and I still have faith within, and in my heart I know that you gon' make it in the end, nephew.
Push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep going, push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep on.
She got Fenty Beauty and Glossier. It's hard to find self-love, so she lost her way. In cat suits and cahoots with the concierge. It's love for sale in a suite where they consummate. And every offer paid bigger amounts. Private shows through Snapchat and Twitter accounts. And the sugar daddy spin like they magic men. But you can't pretend there's no tragic end. Do you cast a spell as is Jazzy Bell? How can heaven hurt more than what you had in hell? She don't like her own Photoshop selfie. The caption, she ready with hashtag help me. She pop Molly to put the paint on cruise. Life got one speed in any lane you choose. She don't want this love yet, it feels too mean. You got Nefertiti genes to rebuild you, queen. If you can see what we see, gorgeous. There ain't a camera that can capture your royal stature. We here when you decide to be free. You already everything you aspire to be. Just hold on.
Push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep going, push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep on.
Man, I love you, but you do some really dumb shit sometimes. And though I still hug you, I really wanna go upside your head sometimes. I mean, lying to everyone else is one thing, but lying to me, bruh, come on. But what's worse is when I see you lying to yourself. That's really how I know that something's wrong. And everybody likes what they like, can do what they wanna do, say what they wanna say. But all those actions have consequences. You're gonna recognize that fact someday. And when you do, I hope that I'm around to help you and tell you that everything will be okay. But the truth, gonna be a reckoning, and every man's gotta carry his own weight. So until you assume responsibility and do accountability and treat me like a friend, I'll keep trying to push you to the finish line. I really hope you're gonna make it in the end.
Push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be more, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep going, push forward, move on, push through, live up, live long, rise up, be strong, go hard, fight odds, keep on.
where every veil shall be lifted, every mystery solved. And he shall perceive the majesty of the Master of Truth. He shall behold the beauty of the law of righteousness. He shall gaze upon the glory of the great reality. He shall hear the song of the redeemed. He will know both self and truth. All his works will prosper, for his acts will be righteous. His tongue will speak wisdom, for his heart will be pure. And where his feet have trodden, the flowers of love and peace will grow. He will refuse to dwell with unrighteousness. Folly and impurity he will reject. And he will say unto strife and hatred, Depart ye from me.
Just the tone of a sound wave, change the way that I behave. The less I speak about the week, the further that I float away. So put on your thinking cap, the more and more we drift apart. What can I do to bridge the gap? Communicate through art.
Whispering in your ear, crystal clear, monotone, all alone, sex on a phone. In the dark, shooting voices through the room walls, cracking cases of quiet until the last call. Clarifying, accurate understanding, care to try. I just don't understand, maybe I wasn't meant to be satisfied. Caught in the gray area, perplexed, reading between the text. You don't hear me, and we ridicule your theories.
So you have the image that I'm seeing, but all the human beings I'm even tuning into. What life is revealing, something strange going down when I sleep. It seems the powers that be will let a message to me via my dreams.
Read my lips, exchange a few words with me. Feed my itch to pick brains entertainingly. This is what I do for fun, record my thoughts for anyone who wants to lend an open ear and show some love up in here. There's no denying that to uncover the underlying words have to influence you to the point where you want to change. Giving me mixed range, I can't meddle in the madness. Elements ambiguous, useless and unscrupulous. Arguments, ignorance, lies and speech impediments. Intelligently structured sentences, muttered but relevant. Competitive, repetitive, offensive or generous. Hesitated, venomous, vindictive or prejudice. Silence is a sedative, so speak up and wake me up. Hit me up on another channel, your signal is breaking up.
Write a line, drop a line, take a stand, take it down. Pass it over to your local postman if you can. Got communication problems, I'm working to solve it. Maybe I just need to get myself a throat eyes into something instead of a funnel about me. I need a bottle in front of me, another page of my cartoon, my body language read a full moon.
I appreciated the words, but what I heard was not spoken. Devastated like birds when they confer over the quotient. Feedback and paraphrasing are acceptable. Wedding papers are not necessary, just let me get my say in. Day in and day out, relay the message, learn the lesson. Rely on faith, debate, and make the time to communicate.
What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say? What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say?
During my adolescence, I used to think I was up next, so I could tip scales to balance checks on social ills. I used to analyze environment. I used to ponder at length on really how much I was spent by the conditioning from media, manufacturing mediocrity, blocking the encyclopedia. I used to soak up the knowledge from whatever venue and preach the word out to herds about how they continue to violate the defenseless. And I stood against this like I was the revolution's apprentice. But a quick study turned into worse, buddy. My clear picture of change is all turned muddy, and I don't get that feeling anymore, you know. The feeling you get when you say, bet I'm down for the war. Because the battle seems uphill for days. Why would I want to struggle just to live like a slave? Looks like the way they go is gonna take forever. I just want to live though, make my life better. I guess to many, I'm another victim of the system, caught up in a masquerade with no mission. But I'd rather be up in a comfortable position than trying to force truth into a poor man's vision. Is power to the people really worth it? I've seen so many lose sight of life, trying to make life perfect. And all I want is to be happy for myself. I can't do that if I'm thinking about everyone else. What can I do?
What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say? What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I
say? Everybody wants to start the movement. Everybody's talking about social improvement. Everybody's conversating on how they gon' do shit, but ain't nobody rise to the occasion. No initiation. Sometimes it's a feeble attempt, but the stamina drains out before making a dent. Everybody loses faith in the time they spent, wondering where the goals and all the dreams went. Not really sure if they wanna keep on keeping on, cause so much is gone so wrong. See, See, fighting for your rights shouldn't never be illegal. But somebody new will have to motivate the people, and somebody new will fall to the power of evil. Corruption in the movement is a sequel. He who seeks control has impurity in the soul, but he to whom control is bestowed is ambiguous, because authenticity is hard to detect, and you can never really know who you should give your respect. It feels good when the movements connect with each other. It feels good when the theories connect with one another. But theory is impractical, and practically nobody with power will ever allow us to be free. Be free. Be free. Be free.
What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say? What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say?
No more rallies around a campfire. No more conferences where nothing transpires. No more posters and pins and pamphlets. And no more sit-ins where we all demand shit. That ain't never gonna happen. No matter what we say, everybody that I know is caught up in the melee. But I can't live forgiving all of me for them. It's just the nature of the beast. I got my own problems, regardless of whatever the outcome is. Somebody will dominate whatever state we live. See, utopia is a joke if you think it could really happen. It seems like freedom and security's always scrapping. Together we get trapped in the mental box concoction. Without thinking, no matter what we do, we're still locked in. Life is a toxin, we all suck the fumes. And whatever I do, we're still doomed. I don't want it to look like I don't care at all, but history shows that if it rolls, it will fall. This is just one opinion from a man who's tired with all the failed movements to destroy the empire. I know the truth has been written, that's why I'm spitting at y'all. I'm still waiting for the final call.
You're lying to me. Y'all trying to trick me. I know it's going, and he went to another town. The same story was given to him, but he was so disappointed looking. You asked her, I said, young man, I can tell you how to make it go. If you believe it, but you must believe it. He was lucky. But you can't, because I wasn't listening to a record. It said the same thing.
What can I do? What can I do? Oh, what can I say?
I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. I spit truth through the air to clear the atmosphere from the thick layer of fear that coast the global sphere where violence creeps and marauders the streets, raping innocence from the weak that live in circumstance and decided to dance to the tune of another piper, following the leader into the last days, playing mental charade, marching in desperate to the grave of a million lost souls caught in life's chokehold, strangling revolution, stopping all movement, leading into the future, but my breath remains fluent and congruent like similar angles, reincarnating the masses. Now we revolt to gain respect like Aretha. Yo, I'm taking back, cause for too long, cats been frontin' and reluctant to step up to the plate and respond like bones in the pone. And we go on and on and on and on. I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. Yo, so much on my mind, it's hard to recline and let time take its toll on my road into the land of promise and ancient sands. Ruled by nature, not no human hand, attached to the son of Sam and his white supremacist clan. Yo, you must be kidding. Swimming in your lakes of fraudulence and corrupted behavior. Looking for a prayer to save you from the corona gym and the boys and the unjust boys to play with minds like toys. Stacking chips like a hoy, oh boy. We're in a heap of trouble getting from under the rubble. Caused by the war going inside the mind where cats live blind, running after time. Crime only way to unwind from the stress waves that invade the center stage. In a 5-foot cage, prison lurking on the next page. Incarcerated before your birthday. I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. I am who I am, that's all I can be. I do what I do, that's all I can do. I write what I write, cause that's who I be. I spit what I spit to be free. to the far side. I recognize that life is just a moment in time. Dropping shit on your mind like raindrop, dripping and hard like a corrupt cop. But I won't stop till the casket drops. But even then, I'ma rise and reclaim my name in this game. Have my face behind the frame, strategizing my reign like a chess game. As I tame the ignorant beast that never sleeps while it creeps to see into reality. Poison views with fantasy. Can it be we all victims or just shook ones? Running from the realms of real life that linger like the night. With our moon sits watching with global sight. Reciting stars over mics, that's all that's it. No more, no less. Now we on a quest to merge with the mic. To change the lanes of life, to gain insight. To rewrite the horizon in the night.
Can't act like I think I'm so cool when the mortgage is overdue. Gotta scheme and think it all through before I sink into the deep blue. God give grace, get me out of this place. I know that I've made a whole lot of mistakes. I need to draw a sketch that you can't erase. You can keep the FUs, I just wanna see K's. What does it really mean to be the bigger man if you only give a damn when you in a jam? Grip my hand, we gotta get a different plan, cause all the shit we throwing at the wall hits the fam. It doesn't need to be fancy, daddy, just trying to keep the family happy as we live underneath the ground where the ants be. Don't even ask me, making music is the plan C.
The planning, the dreaming, the working, the scheming, attention to detail, the movement, the meaning, decisions and lessons, all these second guessing, the joy of not knowing, then it manifests. Plan C.
I had a day to plan out my whole week. End of the month, hopefully I made enough money to make ends meet. I got a way to get back on my own feet and step on the gas instead of pedaling at 10 speed. This ain't a song where I'm like, oh, woe is me. I can get what I want, at least what I need to guarantee. But I gotta play these little games of the industry. Ain't that a punk, especially when it started with us kids in the street. I had a year to set myself a new peak. By the end of the last month, there was nothing to lose sleep over. Now I know that it's nothing to leap over. You just be the sole controller and keep rolling. Plus, it sucks making a promise you don't keep, cause people take it to heart, dishonesty cuts deep. You feel me? A decade to right the wrongs of a 20s kid, carving his name on the walls of this pyramid.
The planning, the dreaming, the working, the scheming, attention to detail, the movement, the meaning, decisions and lessons, all these second guessing, the joy of not knowing, then it manifests.
Plan C.
Go get it, gotta go get it, and there's no limit. Could get frozen in this cold business. There's no winning if you're only gon' scrimmage. So let's blow the roof off this mug till there's no ceilings. I'm so privileged that I never got my dome split it. From a zone where the chroma have you gone with it. It's so different on the inside looking out than the outside looking in. Take a look again. It's gotta be that poverty's a novelty for those that don't know how it go when you roll alone. Whoa. Trying to make $1 out of nada when you are somebody's father and you take care of your mama partner. So I ain't got no time to play around and lay around. I'ma make my way atop the mound as I lay it down. And they say it's lonely at the top, but I'd rather have the one of me than company you got. How?
The planning, the dreaming, the working, the scheming, attention to detail, the movement, the meaning, decisions and lessons, all these second guessing, the joy of not knowing, then it manifests. Plan C.
Been around the block, four-corner hustler. Work around the clock for you if you're a customer. Pouring on flavor, call me Mr. Buttersworth. My plan A was standing on that gutter curb. Entrepreneurial, you know how the story go. You can find it online in editorials. Minnesota Slicks is dead, I ain't mourning no. Pour out a little liquor for the memorial. I came a long way, but got more to go. I ain't a janitor, sweet to me is foreign. Oh, we ain't getting dicked around like a porno show. You better answer my call, your phone's portable. Ain't nobody too busy to get busy, man. I'm going to the top, dog. Is you coming with me?
The planning, the dreaming, the working, the scheming, attention to detail, the movement, the meaning, decisions and lessons, all these second guessing, the joy of not knowing, then it manifests. The planning, the dreaming, the working, the scheming, attention to detail, the movement, the meaning, decisions and lessons, all these second guessing, the joy of not knowing, then it manifests. Plan C.
Plan C.
these people are exterminators, folks. They're destroying our environment, they're polluting our groundwater, they're spraying us with toxins, putting toxins in our food, doing everything they can to control and exterminate.
Yo, for years I've watched the wolves go around the sheep. The pieces being moved while the world was asleep. A planet full of beings unaware of the power as the hopes and the dreams disappeared by the hour. I'd sit back and think to myself, nah, this can't be. Speak to ears that are deaf and eyes that can't see. As they scrap for survival, sell their souls for their salaries. No individuality, uniform personalities. Blinded from reality by their religious fallacies. Mistaken by equating morality with legality. Reluctant to taking the truth in its totality. I'd rather die clinging to the lie than change their minds. Remain blind regardless of what's exposed, man. They'll never understand just how deep this shit goes. How badly they've been fucked. The chains that they wear. It's hard to free fools from the chains they revere.
It's simply gotten to the point that the only thing that is stopping us responding to this is our failure to realise that we are under attack.
Hey yo, what's it gonna take? How much worse does it have to get? How much more in your face does it have to become for you to wait? How much further will you be pushed before you break and take a stand? But by then it might be too late. The fuck's it gonna take? How much more must we endure to further assure you that we're already at war? And government's the enemy of the people, the evil in the face, guarding the gates of freedom. So tell me what's it gonna take? Talking when the sheep are not gonna listen. A bunch of brain dead status with Stockholm syndrome. But it's the ignorance and support of the throng for the system that keeps others enslaved and locked in this prison. You see, people have no right to not understand right to what the truth is. That's why my delivery's ruthless, cause I'm through with this bullshit. It's our duty as humans to understand individual sovereignty, no excuses. Instead, this foolish world rather be consumed with mindless entertainment in itself is pursuance. As the same patterns reoccurring, they don't come to a conclusion. They can't distinguish reality from illusion. Good doesn't always win, work around, we're sadly losing. Solely due to the fact that this is the world we're choosing. And we can turn it all around the moment we rise up. And rise up, the time is now, or it time's up. What's it gonna take? How much worse does it have to get? How much more in your face does it have to become for you to wait? How much further will you be pushed before you break and take a stand? But by then it might be too late. The fuck's it gonna take? How much more must we endure to further assure you that we're already at war? And government's the enemy of the people, the evil in our face, guarding the gates of freedom. So tell me, what's it gonna take?
What people hold dear, they were trained to hold dear, to make them into slaves, to make them into agents of evil, to make them into cheerleaders for authoritarian domination. And that's not okay. And that's not what humanity is supposed to be. That's why I bash this. That's why I rail against it pretty much 24 hours a day. Because I know what humanity is supposed to be. Because I can imagine a world of peaceful coexistence, like we all can. And because I see what we have instead, and it's evil, and it's horrendous, and it has to change. I bash authoritarianism because I love humanity. That is why I insult people's bad beliefs. That is why I'm an anarchist.
Yeah. It's the God, Rob Kim. Word up. I'm blazing this out to all my comrades. You know what I mean? From the slums of New York to the gutters all over the world. This is for y'all. Through my travels, I try to take righteous steps, because right or left could mean life or death. No matter how trite we get, my sights are set. But it's twice the threat when the night's in depth. My mental windows refuse to close. They get exposed to the neighborhood info when the poison wind blows. A deadly plague spreading negativity viciously unto every city being ghetto misery. Don't let it get to me. Live right or be left to die. But it can mesmerize if it catch your eye. Shines enormous from jewelry, vehicles, and garments. But it's torment. Jealousy, drug wars, and romance. Italian, slowly turning into barbarians. More scary when the whole boulevard's carrying. Living in the world of sin. My ghetto girls and men waiting for the world to end.
Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
Picture didn't know, never moving backwards.
Complicated, know what I mean? Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
Picture didn't know, never moving backwards.
Complicated, know what I
I mean? I see destruction, even little kids trust none. They bust guns, that's what they get a rush from. When I see 'em, we build and have a real discussion. Yo, Rob, what's the jewel of the day? What up, son? You got ambition? Shorty said, man, listen, I got the mans for living. Can't stand division, make grands on my mission. To everything glisten, women in the expedition, no plans for prison. And a vision to see me get through 2 millennia deep. Sitting in my embassy, sipping Hennessy, getting high, and watch life pass me by. So I asked him why, with a fast reply, he said I'm living just to die without any feeling. So I wait here for my maker till it's time to go. With this dime I know, with all of her girls and all of my men, waiting for the world to end.
Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
In case you didn't know, never moving backwards, complicated. Know what I mean?
Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
In case you didn't know, never moving backwards, complicated. Shorty was taught to keep his head to the sky and never cry, but the streets left him to die. Now it's death in his eye. Living in sin or give men a sinister grin. From beginning to end, in it to win. Evil rebels doing what we do in the ghetto, thinking if we was never we can deceive the devil. You can't win your life, but end, try again. Shorty said, why be born again to die again? That's what I said when I realized I had a gift to uplift and be one of the Lord's advocates. Peace to you and speak the truth. Show 'em what peace can do when they're reach for you. And my reward won't be jewels and cheese, it's even better. I could be one of the greatest MCs ever if I tell them they intelligent women and great men. And live, stop waiting for the world to end.
Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
In case you didn't know, never moving backwards, complicated. Know what I mean?
Trying to paint a perfect picture in Excel.
In case you didn't know, never moving backwards, complicated. Know what I mean? I'm raging, whipping up the stage and throwing a sound amazing. Know what I mean? Throwing a sound amazing. Know what I mean? Rock him, rock him.
So weighed down by all these sins, I dream forever after.
Show you my heart when it's bare, in the garden of all of my prayers. Yeah, serenity's filling my heart, back to when it was rightfully near. One and I was insightfully clear. Then why am I living in fear? Now it's nothing I really can't steer around. Life is a labyrinth inside as a light. Gift to code the symphony might shift. Behold the infinite light.
We are of the gods. Yes. We are part of the gods. And it is our privilege and our duty to claim our heritage through right conduct.
The source is orchestrating this life. Here it's cycling through these precise years. Of course it feels like a nightmare. We're learning how to get right here. To a mystic it's quite clear.
Only in this way and in these manners can we understand the symbolism. It is a wonderful thing to realize that the ancients were wise enough to make everything alive.
Tell me what I gotta do, I wanna see the light. Take a plane to another plane, gonna leave the night. Everything I love here, seen the beauty everywhere, and it made me really wonder if heaven is above here. And the mystery is unclear. Christ our turnaround in 1 year. Can't win against the clock, but I outrun fear. Can't tell it if it's untrue. Been sleeping for a while, time to come to. It's all still new to me, a lot of them are listening, but really it's just you and me.
We must not only restore the kingdom of heaven, but we must also restore the garden of earth, which we were supposed to take care of, and to make a beautiful place for all human beings to live. And when we do that, according to the promise, then the Lord will be with us in the cool of the evening, and we shall know the whole mystery of life, mystery of life, mystery of life, mystery of life.
Sketchings of life on my loose leaf sheets, combined with beats, blended with figures of speech, counting the children I reach. Life's too short to sit back and preach the unseen. I spit reality on the mic, by all means, living each second like it's the last one left. My last breath, living in the devil's domain, earth, the great wall of stress. Nevertheless, still managed to maintain through the struggle. Underground, starving artist style, just trying to bubble. Even with success, there's still trouble. A choice between sex, money, and drugs, and a woman who says she loves you. Your own destiny lies in your hands steady. Planting all these seeds and these niggas ain't mentally ready. You know the type, disrespect our sisters on the regular. Drunk out his mind, steady babbling on the cellular. I'm busy telling her that the brother's no good. She wanna leave him but don't know if she should. Another black cloud hovers the hood, making dreams fade slowly. The government system got my people feeling lonely, but I don't live my life like they owe me. I let the untold stories unfold into the light until they know me. Little star, paint a picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, right? Little star, paint a picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, I know for a fact that lyrics can change the world. Day by day I watch the development of a baby girl. That's mainly why I choose to use microphones for building. I'd rather never write a line that I can't say around my children, fulfilling the definition of real MCs. Messengers unveiling the world, the mysteries. One with the gift of gab, so I express through my lyrical. Too many feet the physical. Forget about the spiritual, the real you within the thoughts behind that pen. Controlling the message you send. Can't forget about the receiving end. We gotta be gods and respond to our ability. Ripping facilities lyrically. There's no mystery to this game. It's real like reality. Anatomies captured from the rapture. The sound right reasoning rapper. I'm in the process of becoming a master of the individual, but that's ancient and mystical. Sacred secrets of the inner mind's eye. The time is now, and you heard it from Little Sigh. The sacred secrets of the inner mind's eye. The time is now, what? You heard it from Little Sigh. Little Sigh, paint the picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, right? Little Sigh, paint the picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, right? Ever sit back and think about life itself? How precious existence could be to someone else? No man's situation's the same, we all different. Some people see life more precious than gems that I'm spitting. Forbidden, like the curse of whack verse should never enter my circle of thoughts as long as I stay humble. Holding my faith with both hands, don't fumble. Cause life is like a royal rumble. Trapped in a bubble, floating in space, a place called the universe. It's you and I verse, the world with every verse. Here on earth to teach the science of life to man, woman, and child. I chose to do it through a hip-hop style. Mad concepts stay on file to be released. The conscious bury the nonsense and the whackness to cease. I won't sleep till my people's at peace, free from the fight. The change of the millennium, another sleepless night, right? Little Sigh, paint the picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, right? Little Sigh, paint the picture life itself, help wealth, knowledge itself, and plus my goddess. Let the untold stories unfold into the light. Let the untold stories unfold into the light, right?
Check. Now I may not have a PhD or any other college degrees. Is that right? But I'm a master of life. For sure. What's up? And if there's one thing I know, it's go for what you do. Live by what is true to you till you're through. You gotta break the fear. The inner time ain't nowhere near now. So do what you're here for. 6 million ways to rhyme. Choose none I would have done differently if I knew what I know now. Mommy, watch me show how you learn me to be manly. Instilled in me what I used to make them stand me. My family life was not too low down. So when I get up on the mic, it's not a showdown. And when I go town to town, it's my noggin that I'm using if I'm cruising your block on my bike. I'm locking them sights into memory for infinity. I'm speaking the enemy out. Stop offending me, cloud claimer. That's lamer than doubts about your self-worth. I repented till I felt hurt about my wrongs. And I'm still bad, real bad for long. I waited to state it. Glad I made it this far. Still late to my car and my house. Fools as elephants, I'm a mouse ready to work the circus. What's your purpose? If everything you stand for, you're gonna take a fall for. Land where you came from. Man, I'ma change some and plan to arrange them a way they cannot spoil it. I caught more shit in the toilet for being straight up. No chaser, wait up, is what they yelled at me. I hear them a little, steer them to middle ground. Now choose your own path, use your own math to find you some. I said I steer them to the middle ground, now choose your own path. Use your own math to find you some. Cause if there's one thing I know, it's go for what you do. Live by what is true to you till you're through. Baby, break the fear. The end of time ain't nowhere near. Now, do what you're here for. If there's one thing I know, it's go for what you do. Live by what is true to you till you're through. Baby, break the fear. The end of time ain't nowhere near. Now, do what you're
now
here
if you
for.
seek the money like Bosco, you see me, I'm Roscoe. Down on Pico Picasso, I'm lethal when I train. Teach show how, but know how. Slow style with old style. I stick to trueness, no glue stick required. Only desire to douse the flames of insanity. The fire for this justice. Get a cup of this and drink it slow. Digest another message makes it more than just a simple flow. And even though you notice I'm bound to be misquoted and showed it for the insight displayed upon the mic to get demoted for stage fright. With the whole world watching me, the stage of life, the background set fall. The top of me, the hood took me underground. There's no wonder why the rhymes I express digress and grab imagination. Bring the best you have. I'm all ears, mind open, rhyme hoping it's tight like the rope. Some walk for they critics, afraid to experiment. Why they never did it, I don't know, but I know flows just be optional, beats just be popping. So fuck it, let life live, but give me my properties though. I'm an excited show, dig up the hidden meaning, embarrass you for cheating. Follow while I'm leading. I'm known for exceeding since childhood sports. I always made the all-stars, believing in my part, far above the medium, leaving them all awestruck with more pull than tow trucks. While you have no luck, stuck in a quicksand, pedal to the metal, but in life you ain't no man or no one. The woman dangles in jeopardy. Every time a show comes to town with a known MC, I've seen number ones get smashed up and taken out. Ended up in hotels, genitals in their mouth. So don't doubt anything, me, I see many things and don't know it all or profess the ball. You find plenty things, never had an answer to the question. Mysteries on earth, better left off to the guessing.
Cause if there's one thing I know, it's go for what you do. Live by what is true to you till you're through. Baby, break the fear. The end of time ain't nowhere near. Now, do what you're here for. If there's one thing I know, it's go for what you do. Live by what is true to you till you're through. Baby, break the fear. The end of time ain't nowhere near. Now, do what you're here for.
Kindling the fire of inward knowledge, keeping bright and constant its flame, and feeding it with patient and loving sacrifice. Let a man burn up all that is perishable within him. Only thus will he find the imperishable. Let him eliminate the dross of error. Only thus will he discover the gold of truth.
Yeah, all day, I guess what we do all day is we just make beats, make some magic, you know? Nobody even got no magic no more. They just looking for something else. We making magic. We doing that. That's revenge.
And where are the men? They're in the pub. They're watching football. They're at the TAV. They're gambling.
Yeah.
They're hating on their women. They're complaining about their wife because of Instagram and all these fake apps which are sold as suckers and makes you lust for this external material, false pride and glamour. Think about how many warriors are there watching the football and how many football players are playing football that could be out there fighting for Mother Earth, holding politicians accountable. Imagine a football team going down to local politicians and going, if you don't start making the right fucking decisions, we're going to break you. That's what needs to happen, and this is where I went wrong. Because there is times when we need these things as men. Being a soy boy who couldn't even pull himself up on a set of monkey bars with his life depended on it, that's not being a man. And this is making women become masculine. That's why we're seeing these women at the gym who are pumping weights and they could eat me. They could rip my legs off and eat me, some of these women. Seeing the men aren't stepping in and doing their role, the women are stepping into the man's role and the man is stepping into the woman's role.
I cannot therefore claim to be wise, virtuous, or devout, unless by my actions I sustain such pretensions.
The aspect of me that resides beyond spirit and beyond consciousness. That's the part of me that's in unity with Mother Earth, the Sun, the galactic Mother, the universal being, and through to my infinite nature. That is what I trust above all. And it allows me to be who I need to be in this world. I'm turning inside out. I'm unfolding.
Man striving to understand himself explored the universe, and striving to explore the universe searched himself. There were certain parallels, certain analogies which struck in at an early time.
From the darkness of ignorance to the participation in eternal truth. It is going to be your quest to make connection to your eternal core essence.
Oh yeah. I mean, everyone has the capability and capacity to connect to their eternal core essence, as Seth Esposa mentioned, and be the master builder of your life here in whatever incarnation, procarnation that you got going on. Maybe not even this world. Maybe you might be listening somewhere else. I don't know, yo. Has anyone ever thought that other beings from other planets are tuning into what we're doing over here? You know? Like, forget about your fucking weird ideas of, the 3D perspective of, aliens and all this shit. It's like, do you think we're not considered aliens or extraterrestrials in the eyes of other species and races and whatever? You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to go over some cosmic history on some shit and really figure out where the seeds of consciousness in the manifested physical form kind of derive from, being the Vega system, Lyra, and all that with those cool cats, right? Triple meaning, thrice great, even. But yeah, this mix is fucking heavy. I haven't heard this song or this mix in at least over a year, pretty much since the last time I had live streamed this. It brings a lot of tears to me, to be honest. Yeah, this one is kind of particular. It's going over a specific trajectory of the sacred masculine, not the malignant one, right? The man up in the matrix trying to make it all make sense, even though it will break them down to the motherfucking basics, and have them running around the tracks of the hamster wheel, whether they're not they're wearing Asics or Nikes, or despite the fucking foot attire and running that shit until the treads are tired, and you know what I mean. Men have been ran ragged, whether it be through, the My Lai Tear Eye. Speed that up if you know what the fuck I mean. Do you guys feel into the phonetics of words, and then look into the etymology of things as well? And then just seeing in between certain things with the green languages and all that stuff. And understanding the interesting dualistic dichotomies of this fallen time matrix. We as men, we're supposed to be the providers and protectors, right? Not the fucking predators and perverts. Like, what the fuck is going on, guys? Seriously. And I don't mean to put down men just to make me look big. All right? That's not ever what the fuck my steez and, approach has been about at all. All right? It's about upholding the sacred masculine, showing and proving by example, calling fucking bullshit the fuck out, and also trying to respect and correct a brother man in any way I can, depending on the circumstance. All right? I'm not just doing this on video. I'm doing this in real fucking life. All right? Whether it be through, places I work at, when I go around and whatever the fuck, it could just be as simple as simple and subtle as planting a little seed. You know what I mean? Like those thoughts. And sometimes, especially with men, because we're so left brain, oriented, if you will, because that's kind of like our templating, right? Men have that left brain, women have that. It's like the representation of these two sides of consciousness, within the two hemispheres of the brain, right? The masculine and feminine sides, right? And that's I see the more excuse me, that is more playing on the codes of consciousness, natural law, cosmic law, if you will, in regards to the principal law of gender and mentalism, mental gender, that kind of shit. It doesn't mean like, oh, like if you're a man, you're getting into your feels, you're not becoming a fucking woman just because, you're, I'm into my feminine side or whatever. It's like, throw the fucking labels away. Just understand the energy of this and bounce the fuck out of it within yourself and rid yourself of the minutia and stuff around these things. And it's so easy for things to become dogmatic, or you got, umpteen thousand fucking memes on social media right now with this fucking bullshit ass pop psychology, pop spirituality, pop new age motherfucking bullshit. You got a couple, like a 1-2 liner of and that people actually fucking run off that as if that's like an ultimatum type of, statement or this and that, or these fucking out of context blanket statements, and it's fucking whack as fuck to me. All right. So as a master builder, you have to start from the fucking grammar. Get your triune brain in tune with the trivium as well. Grammar, logic, rhetoric. Grammar, logic, and rhetoric. How are you speaking forth? What spells are you casting upon yourself and others? Think about this shit. Abracadabra, mother lovers. Like, for real fucking talk. This isn't a fucking game. This isn't a joke. I'm not fucking over exaggerating things. I'm emphasizing things that have been confirmed and reaffirmed many, many times. All right. Within myself and with others, my mentors, even, Seth Exposa that had the last quote on the mix. He just released a video fucking like yesterday talking about this. And it's been on my mind for fucking years. And I'd love to hear people just speak it the way that I kind of hear it within my inner mind gnosis. I wouldn't call it that ego chatter, It's just, So, yeah, we need to stop lying to ourselves. Stop acting like you're the man just because, you made some girl wet and, you act like you're going to be unaccounted for some of your bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the typical thing, like, oh, there's a beautiful song by Blackbird from Darkleaf. It's like, a girl makes a guy makes a girl, satisfied and this and that, and he's thinking he's pushing the fattest right, and so he gets all complacent. It's like, yeah, just sitting back, making a sandwich, yeah, whatever. And it's kind of a outdated cliche thing, but it's still funny. But it still is quite relevant of how I noticed a lot of men get quite complacent just because a woman swoons over them and has that connection after sex and this and that. And by the way, do you understand and distinguish the difference between sex and love making? Have you achieved that divine union of love making, like even on a multidimensional fucking level? I've experienced this recently, and it's insane. There's fucking light codes and languages popping up, popping off when this shit happens. All right. Do you understand Tantra? Energy between two people sharing, that sacred space, on a physical, metaphysical, mental, emotional, spiritual, intellectual level. The whole culmination of that, not just to fucking get one off and add to your fucking dumbass fucking body count that I never fucking heard in my fucking life until the fucking, since the 2020s or whatever the fucking funnies. Like, y'all act like you're cute, but you're not fucking humorous. No matter how many partners you've had and the numerous, you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. This is nothing to fucking brag about. Do you understand? Women carry on certain degrees of, consciousness of men more so than men do of the women, And men, if you're going to have just like a casual encounter, I'm not necessarily against that because there can still be, a conscious love-making connection with love being shared between two individuals, and still not, being in a wedding situation or your partners for life type of shit. You just have to respect one's electromagnetic connection to you in that specific dynamic, if you will. And yeah, it's interesting dynamics with the age gaps, and I've seen this come up quite a bit over the years and even recently with, what's the deal with older guys going for women that are like nearly half their fucking age, And it is a stark, truthful, and funny conclusion, and quite sad and pathetic when you fucking really think about it, in that, a good amount of these older dudes or douchebags aim for younger women because if they went for women their age or even around their age, them women would smell their bullshit from a mile fucking away. You motherfuckers are so fucking transparent and sad and pathetic. It's sad for me to even fucking say this shit, And again, I'm not talking shit to fucking, build me up and make me look good in women's eyes. I ain't fucking about that shit. I'm already taken, all right? It doesn't fucking matter. Take me out of the equation. I'm not looking to fucking appease to the goddess or the fucking god, or, all that shit. Fuck out of here, all right? Do not take my shit out of context, misinterpret my stuff. At the end of the day, it's your free will to, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying these things in a transmission for people, especially men, because I am a man and I can relate to you guys, right? To wise the fuck up and rise the fuck up, like I said in the beginning, all right? And that was said in another song in this mix, which is quite the hero's journey, right? It's not easy. And I feel for you guys out there. I've been alone. I've been celibate for years. I didn't even I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 19 years old, yo. It sucks being alone. I wept so much because I didn't experience love when I wanted to. But we can't force our desires and will upon things. That's not how this works. And guess what? It's going to weigh on your heart and your soul. So be mindful of Mayat and the lessons she represents or taught. And keep your heart as light as a feather, no matter the motherfucking weather. Through the thickest and thin. Through the thickest, we need to armor up and fortify our shit and shield up. Persevere. Dig deep within the wells of your constitution, your will force, your life force energy. What constitutes you of the 30 trillion cells in your body pulsating, vibrating on that soul frequency that is somewhat connected, somewhat disconnected to source and your higher self and all that, right? What is your mission? What are you doing to reactivate and remember all your other selves? I'm in the process of doing that myself, by the way, and I have so much gratitude for my lady Rebecca, who's been helping me retrieve these things and realign and this and that. She's kind of like a master Reiki practitioner, but non-practicing, I guess. But anyways, y'all doing all right out there? I'm not ranting on some shit, I'm speaking from the fucking heart, all right? I'm speaking because I care about men and women. I care about seeing, good relationships. I care about seeing these bullshit abusive cycles ending. I have a lot of homegirls that I care about, and I would love to see them be matched with the proper sacred masculine man. It seems like there's not that many out there. What the fuck? But it seems like there's a lot of people, talking about these things to a good degree and this and that. Yet, how is that translating in your real lives? All right. Doing these videos and this and that, you can put on your fucking masks and make your fucking performances. But at the end of the day, what the fuck are you doing in your real life? What is your relationship to yourself and other people? How are you upholding a proper role model for other men and children? Who would you say looks up to you at this current space and time in your immediate environment? Who do you inspire? What do you gain inspiration from? Things to consider. So I got a quick little shout out to one of my besties, Mario Westy, upholding the divine feminine in so many ways for so many years, and having to persevere through blood, sweat, and tears beyond what no one should really have to endure. But yeah, she's a true divine fucking warrior, and she's been calling out this shit as well, and I've been inspired from her in so many ways. She's an OG up in this shit. Consider her an elder, even though she doesn't look the part. All right. Despite her age, which is, divine number. Happy birthday, Maria. which is today. Rocking some serious Libra balancing acts. She's in the One Great Book Network, as am I, as of 2025. And we're trying to really uphold what it is, how to live in regards to the great work, being the master builder of ourselves, rippling that out, and really trying to reestablish a hermetically sealed society beyond Hermes and all that stuff on a cosmic scale. But yeah, this is just gonna be 10 minutes. It's really lovely but hard hitting, and yeah, guys, please stick with me, because for me, like, I gotta hear the truth from both men and women, and she is one of my sacred feminine mentors on these sacred pillar aspects of my path work, and who I've been learning from a great deal from, and actually, speaking with them one-on-one, so it wouldn't hurt to check her out in her services as well. Love, Truth, and Beauty.
Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Maria West here. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 279, and this is our 37th installment of our Love, Truth, and Beauty Quickie Kiss, Keep It Simple, Sexy, mwah, Rant. And yes, today I'm fucking ranting. It's been a while since I've had a good rant, and it's funny how folks who purport to be the advocates of this and that, flying high their flashy, self-righteous banners and holier-than-thou spews about conscious living and natural law and sovereignty and champions of the divine feminine and children, are actually the biggest mother-effing liars and perpetrators and predators, just like the fake-ass Tantra gurus I've outed over the last couple of decades, who in the end turned out to be nothing more than wannabe pimps and sexual leches looking to get laid at the expense of some desperate woman still seeking outer esteem in place of her own inner and embodied value. Now, today I am calling out my love bugs, you pretend truthers out there, espousing to be champions of the divine feminine and natural law, yet are nothing of the kind with your abuses and disrespect toward women, along with your willful deceit and theft of other people's content. That's right, you heard me, as in full-on plagiarizing and full-on bullshit. You are effing lying posers. There, I said it. If you're offended, you should probably get off this video, because I'm gonna go off, okay? And you know who you are, because if you think I'm talking about you, guess what? I probably am. But I love you. I love all of you, currently in a massive shitstorm of having to answer for your willful deceptions and indiscretions. And I hold you all large. Now, once the awakening begins, my loves, you cannot go back to sleep with your shitty behavior and expect to come out unscathed, as if no one's gonna notice what the fuck you're actually up to. You ought to know better when you are on this awakened path. You fuck it up with laziness and your bullshit, and the universe is going to bitch slap you, my friends, with all sorts of drama, excess potential energies, and balancing forces that, my friends, I guarantee are coming for you to wreck your shit in more ways than one. And if you are receiving such treachery from someone in your life who purports to be conscious and woke, you will be unceremoniously cleared of their shit. Now, either way, the fallout of this fuckery is It's ugly and it will cost you very dearly. So you've been warned. Now, it's happened to me several times from not being discerning enough about who I let into my castle, such as lovers and employees, for instance. Okay, but hey, we've already heard the story. Moving on. Now, the fact that you lie to your viewers about helping them out in their lives through your content, when in truth, your content is actually generated for you by the great work of your guests on your podcast, when you are not even remotely doing one iota, and I mean not one iota, of your own great work of excavating your own trauma-based mind control that causes you to mimic and perhaps actually develop into being a full-blown NSP, you know, a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath in secret. All right, that shit mars your credibility in my book and in theirs. Don't think you are getting away with it and people aren't noticing how fucked up you actually are. But suffice it for me to say that you are all now in this place of having this great opportunity to make good on what you purport to stand for and start the great work for reals. You hear me? For reals, kids. So make your amends. Humbly apologize to your viewers and significant others, including your children, that you do not take responsibility for, yet you feel free in dissing their mothers as crazy bitches, alas, that go to toxic masculine default of name calling, describing women you ruefully betray and gaslight, triangulate, and discredit to third-party nobodies, will not fly in the face of truth. And you will be truly confronted to begin the pain in the fucking ass process of that great work that you've somehow managed to skirt around, bypass, because no one has ever called your fake ass out and announced the truth. That you've never really done the great work, except to pose as someone who has, with all of your lovely, extensive stage props, scripted words, decepta, con artist ways, and seductive, sexy sound bites and looks. I know several stand-up real men, content creators in the truth and freedom communities, embodied in their conscious masculine, balanced in their conscious feminine, respectful of their relationships with their women and their children, diligently doing the great work of deleting mind control programs of divide and conquer, matrix, shitstorm systems, yep, the war of the sexes in particular, and steadfast in their directed life's purpose. You know who you are, and I thank you all for being such good, amazing examples of a true conscious man, abiding in love, truth, and beauty by natural law, taking responsibility, being accountable, transparent, making the adjustments and tweaks and amends and up-leveling your emotional countenance and reactivity, your thought quality, actions, inactions, and aligning with the conscious masculine and feminine within and without to embody and apply those principles, because I'm telling you, crying the victim and hiding behind secret addictions to pot and alcohol and other distractions are not sustainable and self-sabotaging, leaving you stuck, still an enslaved person, I'm afraid, in the Matrix world, following your scripted role as truther, content creator, yet not owning your attention, therefore still sound asleep in the Matrix, unaware of your enslavement. That is sad. Way too many men in the truth and freedom movement, natural law communities do not walk their talk. They are blatantly out of integrity via their abuses of the feminine and their willful ignorance and non-application of natural law, purporting to be its advocate, yet merely posing as if As a collective community of so-called self-proclaimed visionaries and champions of natural law, love, truth, and beauty, and individual sovereignty and freedom, we can do much better, my loves, than pose and fake it by just creating content. I'm saddened that so many men and women bypass doing the painstaking, personalized, internal great work, which requires much heavy lifting, my loves, to eradicate the toxic seduction and seductive distortions and egoic mind controls that many in the communities default to erroneously. Let me be clear. It is not enough to know that all governments is slavery, along with how the satanic cabal shitstems work to enslave humanity and to create content. It's not enough. One has to walk the talk and honor and embody and practice natural law and the divine feminine and masculine principles in totality and in its entirety diligently in your personal and professional relationships and endeavors. I've repeatedly witnessed over the decades, many decades of my life, that one will be outed as a poser if the great work is not completed or endeavored and is willfully ignored and bypassed. So let's all wake up, my loves. Let's all grow up and walk our talk. The total unslavement of humanity from the matrix depends on our collective uprising and integrity. Don't be a douchebag, liar, poser. Start the great work right fucking now. Do it for your children or forever leave them in the hands of demons, because that shit is on you, no one else. Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope this is helpful. So be kind to yourselves, okay? Be in integrity, my loves. Don't just talk, walk it, okay? All right, loves, until next time, here's to love, truth, and beauty. Mwah!
Mario West, everyone. You gotta love that shit. And yeah, if you feel kind of triggered or offended, she might be talking about some of the shit you got going on over there. Me, I'm just kind of like busting up a little bit, but also, you know, there's that frustration with just why, guys? Women also, like, some of these women be faking and fronting as well, just as much as men, you know, like, are you doing it for the algorithms, the views, the likes, the monetary gains you got behind it all, and whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, what is your ulterior motives? For me, I'm transparent as fuck. If you haven't understood what the hell my channel is about, it's motivating hearts and minds towards your higher self and a higher way of living and being on a higher connection with our planet and just the collective consciousness as well. Raise the fucking vibration, the frequency, frequently, you know. So yeah, the great work. I'm not apostolizing like, you know, I got it all fucking figured out because, you know, I speak about it and yeah, I'm in the One Great Work Network. Yet for me, I'm still on that humble tip or approach of I'm still like a work in progress, if you will. As are many. And people should not, you know, try to hop, skip, and jump and bypass whatever the fuck just to, you know, claim whatever fucking title or label and whatever, you know, it's counterproductive to, you know, the proper pathwork of where the fuck you should be on within yourself. Not, you know, clinging on to, you know, like, I'm so honored to be a part of the One Great Work Network. I've been lagging on making a video about this to kind of like give a rundown on. There's so many people that I know of. I've been collaborating with, or had interviews with, and all these things. And I've personal friends in real life that are on here, including Maria, including mentors. Some that are not even on here anymore. All right. My channel has never always been about music, but what I've been infused with it, making these tapestries and having all these sound samples. And a lot of them come from people that are on this network. And I've already kind of exhausted, the emotion and enthusiasm a bit, but yeah, like it's such a high honor to be on this platform. And I've tried to enrich it and use it, to a good degree. And I see it as, writing articles. I post multiple videos a good amount of times in a single article. All right. I'm not going to post every single fucking video on my profile page on there. I could, do an article and talk about something, and I have a bunch of videos that relates to that specific topic. We should be in collaboration and cross-pollination. There's no competition up in this. Things are not dogmatic up in here as well. Folks on the outside speculate and say whatever the fuck y'all fucking want. Bravo. It's like, it just shows you how much you don't really fucking know about certain things. But whatever. With that said, any questions? No worries. It's I ain't getting paid to be here. I could, sit around, shoot the shit, or just, cut it off right now. It really just kind of depends on my mood, levels of energy, the kinetic energy with viewership, the comments, and this and that. And yeah, even if there ain't a whole lot right now, that's totally fine, because there's so much to speak upon and riff off of. So I'll leave it to you guys for the next one. I just encourage you guys to be mindful on a daily basis and work towards being the best version of yourself. All right. It's always going to be a work in progress. Sometimes these things might seem like anticlimactic to say this or whatever, but what if I was to say there is no arrival point of this self-development in this lifetime? There's still so much to fucking learn. There's so much to experience. There's so much to do. You're not going to do it in one lifetime. You couldn't even master some of these arts and sciences all in one lifetime. But they're all there for us to learn from, be humbled by, and really just pace ourselves with. Implement that good, weed out the bad shit. Implement, embody what it means to be properly fucking human and treat other people like they're human. If you're a man, can you not treat a woman like they're just fucking human and leave your fucking dick out of the equation, and just speak to, these women as if they were your friend or your sister? You know what I mean? Is it really that fucking hard? Like, seriously, like, think about it, meditate on it, contemplate, recalibrate, get it straight, so we can properly elevate, that kind of shit. So yeah, That's all just to motivate a better mind state, right? Because it's all about your state of mind, and that's just one time. Peace and love from yours truly, Derek Barlow-Shelley, aka Awakening Mind. So yeah, hope your day is going fine, and that some of these tunes will help you through that. And if you're catching the end of that, you can always rewind, even though we're way past tape cassettes and all that. So thanks for checking out this set, and be back. I'll be uploading just the solid mixes. Enough of this live streaming stuff. I got that flights, that epic journey of like almost 4 hours of fucking music. I'll upload that in a few days. And we got the watch party on Soundpath coming up. It'll be a special episode for Halloween on that Illuminati tip. The dull Illuminati that are dimming the lights while bearing the false one. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. I got a whole stack of proper songs to expose this shit, have a good laugh about a little bit, and have a fun, good time to analyze the things and all that shit. So, we still live? Shit. No. I don't know when to say goodbye sometimes, but yeah. C'est la vie, les amis.